Welcome to the darkness, my friends. It is time for me to be morbid and talk about the things that most people won't. I'm just that guy. So let's think about your death. Let's think about your funeral and the tears on people's eyes, all up in their eyes, and tissues, shirts, whatever. Maybe it's packed out. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's pretty empty. Maybe it's not in the church. Maybe it's outside. Whatever. What are the people saying? What are they saying about you? Are they saying, "Oh, yeah, man, he was a great guy. He was yep, great. Like nice, Or do they have tangible things to actually talk about? Something that didn't need to be pulled out because it was a funeral? Was it just... What I'm trying to get to is, what I'm trying to get at is, are they speaking on the great contributions that you made to mankind? It's one thing to be there and help somebody move or help somebody, I don't know, with their homework or whatever it may be. Well, what about your legacy? This is what I'm getting at. I like to get all around the place. And I'm kind of tired right now, and I just ate, so I'm just kind of loopy. But legacy is what I'm talking about here. What do you want to be remembered for? Before you know it, we all going to be in a box or urn or whatever. I don't know. Personally, I would like a Viking funeral. You put me on a bunch of wood, cast me out to sea, light that thing on fire before you do, or whatever, and just let me go, man. That's how I want to go. But anyway, we're talking about legacy. Alright? So what are you going to do starting right now to ensure that your legacy is robust? To ensure that your life will be a testament for others, that your life will be a blueprint, a guideline for others. So I don't know why everybody else, does what they do what they do. I don't know why they do what they do. But me personally, I'm making decisions based on what I'll be able to leave behind. So it's nice for people to say, "Oh yeah, he's a hard worker. He was a hard worker, just working at Best Buy, doing the best he can to feed his children and all that." And I understand. I get that. By the way, I don't work at Best Buy. I never worked at Best Buy. So it's one thing to say this about a person. He took care of his kids, all of these things. I get that. Definitely can't spit at that. But what I want is something bigger, something deeper. All right. So I already know I can't pass a job on to my daughter, to my other future kids. So it would be nice to build something that I can pass on to them, and they don't have to collect money to bury me. Also get a term life insurance, $15 a month, $250,000 policy. All right. I should sell insurance and just put that in every video and just clean up, because it's a good deal. It's a lot of things that we buy into. I'm like, oh, do we really need this? But life insurance is one of those things, actually, because Dr. Boyce Watkins was just saying, if you want to throw away generational wealth, don't get term life insurance. I mean, that's 6 figures just waiting. And I've personally seen it in action. So I've seen someone who had maybe a $500,000 policy. When she died, her children got that. They did the wrong thing with it, but they got the money. You know what I'm saying? So it's just something to think about. But this video is not about that. This video is about you not just living for the moment. I'm always talking about being present, living in the moment. But you gotta think beyond. This is the reason why I recommend people play chess. We thinking years down the road. We're thinking longevity. We're thinking what's to come. What will we leave behind? And the people who truly get it, they plant the trees that will bear the fruit that they will never eat. You know what I'm saying? You get that? You know, because I used to think about this when I was younger. I was like, wow, there are people who planted some of these trees and they didn't get to see it grow. You know what I'm saying? It's just, people who do charitable work for people who will never be able to thank them. Who I have been impacted directly, indirectly, and won't be able to thank these generous, selfless people. And that's what I would like to be known for. Alright? So a lot of people consume my content on YouTube, for example. And a lot of you guys are really extremely grateful. And you thank me and all of this. And, I definitely notice it. And I'm definitely appreciative. And, it really fills me up. That's why I keep doing these things. But, both, your group, this group, and the people who never said, thank you to me, will take little nuggets that I've given you all, and you will be able to not only change your life, but the lives of others. And this is what we do it for, man. And I think about my death a lot. Now, when I was really suicidal and depressed, it really ate me up, and I'm like, man, nobody's gonna care. Nobody's gonna, when you vibrating at a low level, you're extremely sad. You just start trying to rationalize. Nobody loves me. Nobody's gonna be there, or they're really gonna be feeling it now when they have my funeral. All those things. So I really get teary-eyed when I thought about it back then, and how I think about it now is just. I want it to be a celebration, something where people are extremely grateful for my existence and my contribution. I make no mistake about it, and I don't talk about it a lot, but I'm not keeping it a secret. I don't want to live a normal life. No, I refused. I refused to live a normal life. I always did refuse. All right, even when I settled, I refused. And every moment I settled, I just kept trying to figure out ways to get out of it. As children, it's disguised as, oh, I'm sick, Mom. I don't want to go to school or whatever. It seems something so innocent, just something that wouldn't otherwise seem like it's connected. But it's really because we just can't buy into certain things. We can't really buy into this settlement, so we'll do whatever we can to get out, And I've gotten out of the mindset of somebody who's going to settle down, suck it up, and just keep following orders for the rest of my life. All right, notice how I said for the rest of my life. Even right now, I'm not necessarily opposed to sucking it up and taking a shit job, because I'll be able to take care of my child. I mean, I'm not opposed to doing that, but it's definitely not the goal. It's definitely not the process I would want to be a part of. I don't like buying into that mentality. I like to wake up. You know what I'm saying? I like waking up and deciding what I'm going to do in my day, or deciding what I'm going to do in my day the night before. And actually, it's becoming more and more doable for all of us. So you got your Uber drivers and your delivering packages and all that. But anyway, to wrap this up, because I'm rambling. When you think about what you want to be remembered for, and you compare that to activities that you engage in right now, watching too much TV, bullshitting with people who probably going nowhere, whatever it is, do they line up? And I asked this question, I bring it to your attention. I ask myself these things to really put things into perspective, because when you choose a life that's built on, building up your legacy and all these things, you will find that a lot of the work is not sexy. A lot of the process is not sexy. Not being able to hang out with people all the time is not sexy. All All right, not necessarily having the funds because you putting all of it into your business. You know, it's not going to be something to turn most people on. You know, but most people want those results. So I'm doing all the groundwork now. Always looking for ways to contribute to society, looking for ways to grow. My main purpose for growing is so that I can help others. Doing all of these things to ensure that a legacy will be solidified, so that I will be remembered. Yes, I do want to be remembered. And I want to be remembered not for the wrong reasons. And to me, what the right reasons are is because I actually stood for something. People can look me in my eye and they can tell that I'm telling the truth. That you know, I don't give a fuck how corny that makes me seem. I don't care if that makes me predictable, even though I don't really think I am. I value trust, all right? I value trust, and I go off trust from the moment I meet somebody, all right? Because I keep finding myself in positions where people will gladly open up to me. You know, they will, and they don't even know why they're doing it. It's, I never really told anybody. I get this a lot. It's no coincidence. It's because the energy that I put out. Alright? So I want this mug to be the face of truth. To be the face of grind, the face of perseverance. Legacy. You gotta think about legacy. Most people around you aren't thinking about that, and they're going to influence you to not think about that. But you gotta take it upon yourself to really tap in to what you want to be remembered for, to what you know, remember why you're doing these things also along the way. Never lose sight of what you want to get accomplished. Anybody who gets in the way of that, you got to cut them off. You got to distance yourself from them. All right, take care.